Hey friends, I'm Metalove here. I just wanted to make a quick video for you showing you something about the bushfire crisis. I think it's terribly awful what the Australian people are going through, but I want you to know that it's not because of climate change. It's not a climate crisis. It's a fire crisis, and I just wanted to show you an article. This is not the only article I've seen, but the Australian police are also investigating arson. But I just want to show you this very important article, and the reason why I'm making a video is because not everybody reads my posts, but I'm going to put this on YouTube so people can see this as well. Okay, so this is an Australian publication. It says, we don't just have a bushfire crisis, we have an arson crisis too. I just woke up. So according to my calculations, an estimated the number of individuals around Australia whose arson has contributed to the bushfire crisis has now passed 200. So 200 people have been caught starting fires. So a teenager on August 24th lit a fire in New South Wales. No one was hurt in the blaze on that one, luckily. On September 10th, 12-year-old boy lit a fire. It says, which quickly spread to a nearby storage facility, destroying a fence, 2 shipping containers, and their contents. On November 13th, 12 bushfires may have been deliberately lit by arsonists during Tuesday's catastrophic fire conditions. So this is where my best friend lives, one of my best friends, Ali Sweetcup. Authorities are also probing circumstances around several suspicious fires at Katoomba in the Blue Mountains. That's exactly where she lives, and she's had to vacate her home, unfortunately. It's terrible. So bushfires, not climate change. November 14th, alleged teenager started a central fire in Queens. Like, the whole country's on fire, and it's not just a coincidence. It's not just climate change. You know, people think everything is climate change, but they're brainwashing us to think everything is climate change. There's no such thing as human-caused climate change. We have less fires globally. We have less floods globally. We have the sea ice is increasing in the Antarctic while it's decreasing in the Arctic. So it's a zero sum. So you really got to look at this. There's a lot of benefit for climate alarmism. So people promote climate change, and it's become the new world religion. And guess what's happening? All of the governments of the world are increasing taxes. So they're increasing taxes because they know they can, because they've got us stirred up, because this is the next phase in calling people terrorists. So we had 9/11, which was obviously an inside job. And they had, the Muslims, and Osama bin Laden was a terrorist. Everybody's a terrorist. I'm not saying Osama bin Laden was a good person, but we know that Osama bin Laden had nothing to do with 9/11. If you spend some time watching some of the 9/11 truth documentaries, you'll know beyond a shadow of a doubt. Building 7 was not hit by any plane, and it collapsed in its own footprint at actually faster than free fall speed. There was obviously no plane that hit the Pentagon. You can see they only released 5 frames of video. It's like the most highly surveilled building on Earth, and they only have 5 frames, and you can see it's not a plane. And then if you look at the aftermath, there's no evidence of a plane. In Shanksville, there's no evidence of a plane. So we're all being lied to. Everybody's being brainwashed, and climate change is the new world religion. They want to create a new world religion so they can control us. And trust me, it's climate change. If you look up the greening effect, you'll find that we're actually in a dearth of carbon, which means we don't have enough carbon. There's been times on this earth when we've had more carbon, way before SUVs were driving around in factories. We've had way more carbon. The temperatures have been higher, and they've shown that carbon actually increases the green on the earth. So it's called the greening effect, and that's great for vegetation. It's great. So more species are able to survive with more forest, more green. So it's actually a good thing having more carbon. So I just want to go through some more of these. So November 20th, someone lit a fire by an army live firing exercise. So it wasn't all arson, but they were caused by humans, just not by humans causing climate change. It's ridiculous. I highly recommend you look into climate alarmism, especially some of the stuff on PragerU. November 20th, more than half of the 18 people who have been dealt with by police over the Queensland bushfires are children. So, you know what? I'll tell you, we did stupid things when we were kids. And I remember I was with friends. I didn't start the fire, but a bunch of friends set fire to a dumpster. And it was right next to a building. I think it was next to a church. So that church could easily start it on fire. We were stupid. Like I said, I didn't start it, but my friends, they started a fire in this dumpster and it got huge. So kids do stupid things. 18 were convicted. Several teens were charged over recent fires, including a 16-year-old boy who allegedly started a fire west of Yeppoon that destroyed 30 structures. November 27th, a volunteer firefighter in Australia has been charged with deliberately lighting blazes in the nation's bushfire crisis. Police arrested the man, 19, for 7 counts of alleged arson in the area. So he didn't just set this fire, he set 7 fires. 19-year-old, stupid idiot. Okay, what else do we have here? 56 people have already been charged. This is December 17th, with 71 bushfire-related offenses. So that's 72 people in New South Wales alone had a flip fires. Almost 100 firebugs have deliberately. This is December 20th. Almost 100 firebugs have. Okay, so in a moment I'm going to move on from this article. My hard drive got full on my phone, so I had to start over. So December 20th, 100 firebugs have deliberately started blazes across the country. Some 65 fires continue to burn across the state on Friday, jumping from 55. December 23rd, an 11-year-old boy started a fire. Reports of a grass fire at a reserve. So here we go. More fires started by children and firefighters. You know what I mean? Like, they might think they're doing themselves a favor by starting a fire they can put out. But December 23rd, a devastating bushfire ravaged Australian communities, claiming lives, homes. Firebugs have continued to ignite blazes across the weekend. So I'm not going to go through any more of these. December 29th, December 31st, another fire was started. December 31st, another fire. January 1st, a deliberately lit bushfire in northeastern Tasmania is sparking an emergency warning as winds increase. The blaze is part of a network of suspicious fires near Fingal, which have burned across more than 6,000 hectares. I mean, there we go. Satellite image of 113,000 fires from 1997 to 2009 confirmed what we have all known for some time. 40% of fires are deliberately lit. Another 47% are accidental. So that's 87% of the fires are man-made, and it's not from climate change. It's from arsonists and from mistakes. So I just want to show you one more thing here quickly. So just type in arson on Twitter and see what you find. This is the article that I'm looking at right now. There's another article right here showing 87% of fires are man-made. Everyone's saying it's climate change because they can scare you, they can tax you, and people just jump on board. Oh yeah, it's climate change. It's the new belief. It's the new identification. And that's the scary part, is that really intelligent, smart people that I know believe in climate change and believe that these fires are caused by climate change. Here we go. What's this?
Clearly the deaths of...
The fire's destructive for...
Police are now working on the premise arson is to blame for much of the devastation caused in the bushfire season. This is 7 News Sydney. climate change, but 56 idiots already charged, cautioned with 71 bushfire related offenses since August 16th, ongoing investigations into suspicious fires. So check out Arson. Just search Arson. It's so popular right now because people are bringing out the truth. Look at this. Firebugs blamed for the destructive Queensland fires. Here we go. This is our Greta superstar hero. You know, she's blaming everything on climate change, but she's just a teenager, and her parents are actually members of Antifa, which is a terrorist organization. She's being used and child abused to propagate this new age climate change religion. Look at this. Missouri man faces 15 counts of arson. So this is what you need to know. So anyways, I'm going to turn the camera around. Now, I just want to say I love you guys. Even if you believe that this is arson or caused from climate change, this is not about bashing you or your beliefs or anything like that. I just want to show you the other side. And the other side is pretty clear that it's showing that most of these fires, if not all, were caused by arson, and some of them were accidental. So 87% of the fires are caused by humans, but it's not from human-caused climate change. I love you, even if you believe that there's a big climate crisis, but just rethink this just for a little bit. You know, everything that, you know, the thing you have to realize about the news, about society, about, you know, everything that we've been conditioned to believe is that everything's upside down. Everything is upside down. If you turn everything upside down that you hear on the news, you're going to get much, much closer to the truth. And you can find evidence for that everywhere. So it's same with our beliefs, you know, even our beliefs, you know, about ourselves and our understandings of, you know, why we do things and why we act and why we believe things. And you know, we have to question, we have to turn our beliefs upside down. We have to turn our thoughts upside down. If we want to have peace, well, you know, most of our thoughts are negative. So let's turn them upside down, and then you get closer to the truth. So climate change is no different. It's a reflection of what's going on in our minds. You know, everything on the outside is a reflection of what's going on the inside. So this is all pointing us to coming back within and finding peace. You know, this whole earth is going to burn up in flames, and we don't want to go down with it. So the Buddha taught us that we can get out of this thing called samsara. So you can consider everything as burning. There's a sutta called burning. And he says, everything is burning. The eye is burning. You know, sense objects are burning. The mouth is burning. Flavors are burning. So it goes through each of the senses saying everything is burning. So this is really, you know, a pointer for us to come back and realize that everything is burning. We really need to get down to the work of finding inner peace, because, you know, we're all going to die, whether it's in a bushfire or whether it's in an accident or whether it's from cancer or whether it's for something else. We can do everything we can, eat the healthiest diet we can, but we're all going to die in the end. So we really have to come to terms with this and start to find some peace. So you can find that through meditation. That can really help a lot. And just being kind to yourself and others, and just really rethink things. Like, you know, is this actually true? You know, or am I being led by the masses? And I think, you know, I call the masses the asses. You know, you remove the M and what do you got left is asses. So you follow the masses and you become the asses. So I'm not saying you're an ass if you believe in climate change. Just rethink where you get your beliefs from. And if it comes from the news, there's a good chance that it's propaganda designed to get you to do something or believe something so that you will do something. So climate change is no different. It's the new age religion. Don't believe it. Don't buy it. Look into climate alarmism and you'll learn a lot. I love you guys. Take care. Peace out. On the way out, let's look at this other article, okay? Arson, mischief, and recklessness. 87% of fires are man-made. This was on November 18th. So, again, this is an awful thing. My best friend, one of my best friends, Allison Sweetcup, it's not her actual last name, but that's what I call her. She's in Katoomba, and that's where a lot of these fires are, and she's had to evacuate. So I love you very much, Allison, if you're watching this. And I hope you share this as well, so people will start to understand that the bushfires have been caused by arson. Take care, everybody. Don't buy the climate change bullshit.